back to Country Views. I have another great recipe today for you today. But I just want to say something real quick. I want to tell you why I'm in my pajamas. Because I thought it would be fun to have a pajama day. So we're going to be making some warm comfort food and be eating it in our pajamas. Okay, so we're going to start with some garbanzo beans. I have 3 cans of garbanzo beans and a can of pinto jalapeno beans. Okay, now you want to come over here and you want to drain the juice out as much as you can, because you don't want to overjuice it when it comes to baked beans. Okay, and I got my cast iron pan over here. I'm going to be cooking in my cast iron pan. Meanwhile, while you're doing this, you want your oven preheated to 400. Do you want to get a view of the 400? Okay. And while that's heating up, we're making our beans. So I'm going to continue draining these. What's good about garbanzo beans is mixing them with pinto beans. They're really good. Yeah, I think this many cans do about good. So it's starting to get chilly out, you guys. That's why I decided to wear my big fuzzy pants, which is my pajama pants. It's a good day to just relax with some warm food. Okay, so this is what it looks like once you get your cans in. You want to get a good view for this for me, Haley? So that's what it looks like. Okay, so now you want to give it a good stir. Okay? Stir it up, incorporate all the beans together real well. Okay. Get them all incorporated. Alright, so now once you've done that, you want to come over here. I have half of an onion right here. And 1 whole big garlic clove. So you just want to chop it up like this, and you want to get it as finely chopped as you can, okay?
Your hand's in the way.
What's in the way?
Your hand.
It's alright. Alright, so finely chop it as best as you can get it. Keep chopping. You want it about this small. If you can get it any smaller, that's good as well. Alright, so you want to add this into your beans here. Okay. And I didn't tell you at the beginning of what the recipe's called, so let me go ahead and tell you now. I'm making homemade baked beans and homemade sloppy joe meat. Alright, so now you got your 1 whole garlic right here. And I'm going to chop it up like this really fine. And if you got a good chopping knife, you can kind of just give it a good chopping through. You want to show them how I'm chopping this, Haley? So just give it a good small chop like this, okay? And if you want it smaller, you can make it smaller. Alright, so you're going to take your garlic clove and bring it over here to the pan. Okay? Now you're going to give that another stir. Okay? Alright, so once that's incorporated, you're going to come over here, and I have 1 cup of packed brown sugar right here. You're going to put this in with your beans, okay? And then I have these different seasonings in here. I have chili powder, garlic powder, paprika, onion powder, different grinded up peppercorns, and some salt. You're going to put all that in there, okay? Like so. Then I have some Dijon mustard. Just a little container is all you need. You want to kind of put that in if you can get it to come out. Let me go ahead and grab a butter knife. I'll be right back, you guys. Okay, so this is good measurement if you got little jars of it, okay? So just scrape it on in here. This gives it kind of a smoky, sweet taste. Alright. Kind of hard to get it out of these little jars, so just do your best if you have a little jar and having trouble getting it out, okay? Alright, so we're good on that. Now, I am going to start putting the measurements in the description area for anybody that wants to make these. Okay, so I have my Louisiana hot sauce. You want 5 dashes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Now you're going to come over here to your regular mustard. And you're going to do 1 big squeeze around, okay? And you're going to do the same with your ketchup. You want ketchup. Any brand will work, okay? You want to do, about 3 big squeezes around, okay? Now, once you've had all that incorporated like that, now you're going to give it a real good stir before you put it in your oven, okay, you guys? Make sure you get the whole cup of brown sugar incorporated because you want that sweet, smoky flavor. Alright, so you're just going to keep doing this. Also, too, brown sugar kind of takes the place of molasses that a lot of people put in their baked beans. So if you don't have molasses, make sure you get that brown sugar in there. And it also makes it on the sweet side as well. Okay, so that it's going to look like this, you guys. Alright, so you can use a baking dish if you don't have cast iron, but I like using my cast iron. So now I'm going to come over here and put it in my oven at the 400 degrees. And you're going to let it bake in there for about 45 minutes. Okay, guys, so here in just a minute, I'm going to come back after I clean up and wash my hands. And I'm going to show you the Joe meat. Okay, guys, so I got 2 pounds of hamburger meat going here on about medium heat. You're going to get this going, okay? And while that's frying up, you're going to come over here and you're going to chop up the other half of the onion that I was telling you about earlier. Same way, okay? This is one recipe you don't want to overpower with onion. I'm going to give you guys a good view of how I'm cutting this onion up again so you can see how small we want it. Okay. Now, if you like the bigger chunks, you can do the bigger chunks as well. But our family here, we like it, you know, in the smaller chunks here. So I think that's probably good enough on the onion. Now I wanted to show you guys something. On my other videos a while back, I was showing you guys my little things that I picked up. Well, I picked up a turtle and a squirrel now. So now I have a complete set. So I just wanted to let you guys know, you know, living out in the country, you can do things like that. Okay, so once you get this onion chopped, you can go ahead and throw it in your frying pan with your meat. Okay. Bless you, Haley Boo. Okay. And then you want to put your lid back on. Now you're going to come over here and chop up 2 cloves of garlic. Well, we'll just do 1 today because it's pretty big. So I think 1's good enough. What do you think, Haley?
Yeah.
So mince it up real small. Get it as small as you can get it because nobody likes big bites of fresh garlic. But it is really good in this recipe, you guys. If you're a garlic lover, you'll like it. So you just want to scrape your garlic up and throw it in the pan here. Okay. If you got it on your fingers, you can take the back of your knife and kind of just scrape it off. Okay. And now I got 2 whole pickled jalapenos. Because we like our sloppy joes sweet but spicy. Okay. So I start with cutting them in ringlets like so. And then I give them a rough chop like I do the other stuff. Seeds and all. The seeds aren't going to hurt you because they are pickled. They're not that spicy. They're just enough for a little zing, okay? Kind of get these as small as you can get them because nobody likes big chunks of the jalapeno either. And especially if you got little kids at home, they're not going to want to see big chunks of green stuff in your meat. They're going to wonder, what is that? So just get them chopped up real small. I think that's probably small enough because there's no little kids in this house. But I recommend to get them smaller than that if you have little kids. And you want to go ahead and take this on over to your meat, okay? Alright, so now that you got all that chopped up, let me just give my hand a rough dry here. You want to come over here and start incorporating it with your meat. Okay, and you want to chop your meat up pretty good. You don't have to chop it up super small, but try to chop it up to where, you know, it's bite size, okay? So just give it all a stir. Make sure you got a bite of the onion and jalapeno in every bite. Just getting onion on my stove. I always be making a mess when I'm cooking. But like I said, if you don't make a mess, you're not a very good cook. Alright guys, so I'm going to continue frying this meat up, and when I come back, when it's all done, I will show you the final step of the things that you're going to add to it. Okay guys, so this is what you want your meat to look like when it's done. I drained the grease out of it already. Now what you want to add to, okay, I have 2 beef bouillon cubes warmed up in some hot water melted. Okay, you just want enough for taste. You're going to dump that in, okay? Now you're going to get your mustard again, okay? And you're going to just give it a squeeze around like that, okay? You don't want to overdo it. And then I have the rest of my ketchup in my bottle. I added some water to it, okay? You're going to dump that in. And yes, it looks saucy now, but once you add your seasonings and it all simmers down, it will be so good. And besides, sloppy joes are called sloppy joes for a reason, you guys. Okay? So once you get that all mixed in and incorporated, okay, it's going to look like that. Now you're going to get your seasonings. I have the same seasonings that I put in the baked beans. Garlic powder, onion powder, chili powder, salt, crushed up peppercorns, and paprika. About a palmful in each. There again, if you check the description area in my video, it'll have the measurements to everything in the recipe. So now you're going to add this in like this, okay? Now, if you like it a little more spicier than the way I made it, you can add a little more chili powder if you like, okay? If you want it more smoky, you can add some cumin. And you know what, Haley? I need you to give me the cumin out. I forgot to put cumin in this. You want to grab the cumin out for me, Haley?
Where is it?
It's up there in my cupboard. I got a special guest today recording for me, you guys. It's my little adopted daughter, Haley. I call her Haley Boo. And she's recording for me today because my daughter and son-in-law went to Grandma's house. Alright, so you want about a palm full of cumin as well. Okay? Well, that's kind of a big palm full, but that's okay. It'd just be more smokier. So now, once you mix all this in, it's going to all incorporate real well. You want to bring this to a boil, okay? Once you get it all incorporated and you bring it to a boil, okay, you're going to put a lid on it like this, okay? Put a lid on it, and you're going to turn your heat all the way down between 3 and 2 or in between low and medium, depending on what your stove says. Now, I just want to give you a quick look of how the baked beans are looking. This is how they're looking. Starting to get bubbly. Here in a little bit, they'll be real bubbly, and that's when you know they're done. So when this gets done, we'll come back and we'll start assembling. Okay, guys, so this is what the beans look like. You can make them go longer if you want. If you have ham or hot dogs, you can add them in. I didn't have any of that, so I just made it vegetarian today. This is what your Sloppy Joe mix looks like once it's all simmered down. Doesn't that look good, you guys? Looks so good. All right. And over here, I'll show you guys a cool little trick. Well, as soon as that stays. Over here we have some cabbage to go on top and some pickles. Now the trick I want to show you, see how finely thin that is? A vegetable peeler. You do a vegetable peeler and you get it that thin. It's perfect for coleslaw, shreds to go on your sandwiches, anything, okay? All right, so I'm going to call my son and his girlfriend in here. She's here as well as a special guest to taste test. Megan and Austin, are you ready? No. Come on in here. Dinner's done. Everybody on camera would like to see. Okay, so I'm going to put your guys' baked beans in one container for you guys to taste test. Okay. There's that, Austin. Megan, do you want pickle and cabbage on your sandwich? Okay. So you put about, we have this rounded spoonful right here. You put about this much on there. One spoonful like that, okay? And now she wants pickles, so we'll put some pickles on here. Okay? You just put that there. So there's yours, Megan. Hold on a second. I'm going to make Austin's. Austin, what all do you want on yours? The cabbage? No pickle? Now see, he wants cabbage, no pickle, you guys. So you get your one spoonful. Put it on here. Okay. Come over here. Top it off with your cabbage. And you're good to go. Now here's a fork. I would like you each to taste the baked beans, okay? You can set this on your plate so you don't drop it. There you go. Alright, go ahead and taste, you guys. The beans first. It's really hot, so be careful. Real good? You like it? Is it a oh so yummy? Mm-hmm. Yeah? Let me get some thumbs up. Oh so yummy, you guys. Alright, now let's taste test the homemade Sloppy Joe mix. It should taste between Sloppy Joe and taco. Is it good? Real good? Alright, let me try a little bite of these baked beans. I'm not gonna, well, I might take a bite of his. bite of yours with the coleslaw. Oh, so yummy, you guys. Okay, so I about choked on that, you guys. Shouldn't talk with my mouth full. Anyways, remember, at the bottom of the description line, there's going to be the recipe for the Sloppy Joes and the baked beans. Thank you for visiting us. Like and subscribe.